Hi, I'm Louise, half of Hamilton Care in Kerrymere. As promised, I said I would show up and see if I can keep in touch with you all. I hope you're staying in, staying safe, and really hope we can see you properly soon. In the meantime, I am going to take you back to basics and see if we can do some tutorials with you guys. And we really would like this to work both ways, so ideally if I can get you to do some of the exercises, if you can either feed us back your photographs, or if you can drop us an email or leave something in the comments on our Facebook page, then we can see how it can work for us both. So in the meantime, today I'm going to jump straight in with Aperture. Now, what I would love for you guys to be able to do is to grab your cameras and take it off automatic. Okay, let's get more creative, let's get more advanced, and just let's take much better photos. Okay, so there's 3 ways to let light come into your camera, and it could almost be described as a triangle where we have an aperture setting, you have your shutter, and you also have your ISO. But today, just to simplify things, I'd love you to have a go at putting your camera on aperture priority. Now this is a semi-automatic mode, it's not fully manual or fully automatic, okay? It's a bit of a hybrid, and I think it's a good stepping stone to take that first step, okay? So I think if you stick your camera on A, or AV it might be called, okay, you will see a sequence of numbers, okay? Don't be put off by the numbers, it's not mathematical or technical in any way, it's really just a sliding scale of how far or how narrow the opening is within your lens, okay? What I would do is Google a cheat sheet, okay, something like this. Okay, this is one that's really helpful. It has around the top how the numbers would be displayed on a traditional aperture ring, and then vertically it actually has a demo of the numbers as well as a graphic showing you how big or how small your opening for your aperture would be. So this is, as I said, a sequence of numbers, okay? I would try and memorize the sequence so that you don't have to take your eye off your viewfinder to actually look at what you're doing. It should all become second nature once you know the pattern. So these numbers would run from 2.8 to 4, 5.6, 8, 11, 16 and 22. These numbers are complete full stops, okay? So for every time you open up your lens or close down your lens, you're either halving or doubling the amount of light coming through your camera, okay? So to try and see how this would work best effectively, I would ask you to get 3 objects that will be nice and steady. I'm just going to use 3 of these just because I'm in the shop. I've grabbed 3 picture frame moldings, okay? I want you to grab something, whether it's 3 pieces of fruit, 3 shoes, anything, okay? 3 bottles of wine, okay? Now, lay them all one behind the other, but not directly in alignment, okay? So if you can stagger them, maybe about 6 inches to a foot apart, and make sure you can see all 3 objects within your frame, okay? And then what I'd like you to do is either manually or autofocus. I'm not really fussed about which way you focus. I would like you, with the largest opening that your lens has, which is probably going to be 2.8, or if you're lucky it might go down to a lot less at 1.2, or possibly even further. Focus on the first object, then the second, and then the third, and shoot each one of them one after the next, okay? And then have a look at the back of your camera and see the difference that this makes to your actual subject that you're photographing, okay? So you should eventually see the first one sharp when you photograph the next frame, and you're focusing on the middle object. The one in the beginning and the first and the one at the very end should be out of focus, okay? And the closer you are to your subject, the more exaggerated this effect will be. If you've never tried this before, it's a really simple exercise, and the only way to get to grips with your aperture is to practice. There is a manual lens which I have dug out, which, as you can see, has an aperture ring on it instead of the digital input that your camera will most likely have. And every time I change the aperture, you will hear a click, and you will also see the difference in the diameter of the hole, allowing the light through. You can also hear the click for every stop. Okay, and this is going from 3.5 to 5.6, 8, 11, 16 and 22. So this is what your digital figures are representing on the top of your camera. I've just taken that shot of the 3 picture frame mouldings, one behind the other, and photographed 3 individual shots, changing the focus to each and every picture frame or apple or whatever you're doing as you go. Okay, now I would love for you guys, using your cheat sheets, memorising the scale of the aperture numbers, I'd love for you guys to get back in touch with us to see how you found using your apertures. Okay, what we're going to do next is have a quick run through on your shutter speeds, and we'll touch on ISOs, and then we'll see if we can be brave and get you guys to go manual. Okay, see how it goes, take some photos, get back in touch, and we'll take it from there. Okay, see you soon, stay home.